Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Chef Karl from Cooking and Grilling with Karl. And in this video, I'm making for you a Cajun shrimp pasta. So you want to stay tuned for this recipe because you don't want to miss it. On another note, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and if you like the video at the end, give a thumbs up. Alright, so let's get to making this recipe right after this. Alright, let's go over the ingredients. Right here you have grape tomatoes, chopped scallions, shredded parm, peeled and deveined jumbo shrimp, unsalted butter, minced onions, heavy whipping cream, white wine, cooking oil, cornstarch. I have some Pappardelle pasta. You can also use fettuccine. I have some Cajun spice, some dry parsley, there's some kosher salt, and also some grated Parmesan cheese. Alright, so that's all the ingredients. You can also sub it out for fettuccine if you don't want to use Pappardelle. Alright, so right here, I have my water boiling. I just added a little salt for flavor, and I'm also adding a little oil to keep it from sticking. Alright, right here I'm dropping in my Pappardelle noodles, and just gonna let just stirring them up a little bit to keep them from sticking, and then I'm just gonna cook them till they're done and move on to the next step. Alright, here I'm seasoning my shrimp with some Cajun spice. Also adding in a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of oil, and just mix and make sure everything is coated nice and coated. Just adding a little bit more Cajun spice because I want to get a little bit more color to the shrimp and definitely more flavor. And now going into a preheated saute pan with some oil. Now I'm going in with a tablespoon of butter. And also the ingredients will be in the description below the video, so I got you covered. All right. And also while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. All right, now I'm going in with my shrimp. As you can see, I'm taking the time to lay the shrimp out so I get a crust on each side. So I just moved the pan around just to make sure they wasn't sticking. And you don't want to overcrowd your pan. So right here I'm just adding a little bit more seasoning so I can get that crust I'm looking for. And this is pretty much, you can use this recipe for a blackened shrimp recipe as well. Alright, what you see me doing here, you can blacken your shrimp the same way. Maybe add a little bit of oregano to your Cajun spice, and that's pretty much it. And just have your heat up a little bit less oil to do blackened shrimp. Alright, so right here you see me flipping on the shrimp, trying to get an even cook on each side, even crust on each side. Just going in with a little bit more Cajun spice. Alright, so the shrimp, they don't take long to cook, so it's only been a couple minutes, like a minute on each side, and I'm taking them out already. So you just want to leave your pan on the stove, leave the oil, everything that's in the pan. And now I'm going to drop in my minced shallots and chopped garlic, and also my grape tomatoes. Just want to blister the tomatoes a little bit, bring out the flavor of the garlic and the shallots, and that's it. And so I don't want my tomatoes to turn into mush. I don't want it to turn into a sauce. So I'm taking all the tomatoes out now. I'm going to leave in my minced garlic and shallots. Alright, right here you see me deglazing the pan with some white wine. And when I say deglazing, all that's doing is once I add the white wine in a hot pan, It's going to raise up all that flavor, all that fond that's at the bottom of the pan. Also, I added in a couple cups of heavy whipping cream. Just going to stir everything up, get the seasoning, get the white wine and everything all mixed together. Now I'm going in with some grated parm. The grated parm is going to thicken up your sauce. And it's obviously it's going to add flavor too. Going with some dry parsley flakes. And a little bit of Cajun spice. So this is a basic Alfredo recipe, but I'm turning it into a Cajun Alfredo by adding in the Cajun spice. Alright, just tasting to make sure everything is coming along. And right here you can see my sauce is bubbling up and starting to thicken up. So right at that point I'm going to drop in my pasta. And the starch from the pasta is also going to help thicken it up. And so I'm just making sure the pasta is mixed up in there really well. Now I'm adding in 5 tablespoons of cold butter, and I'm adding in about a half a cup of my pasta water. Alright, the pasta water is going to add, you always save your pasta water because it's going to add a little bit of creaminess to it along with the butter. And it's a good way if a sauce breaks, that's what we call it in restaurants, you know, if your fat separates from the liquid, you can always add in a little bit of pasta water to bring your sauce back. But there's a little bit of a learning curve to that. Alright, add in a little bit more Cajun seasoning. A little bit of salt. And once again, just making sure everything is nice and mixed. And at this point, everything is almost done. So pretty much done. Turned off the heat. Added in my shrimp. Added in my grape tomatoes for garnish. And that's optional. You can garnish this any way you want. You don't even have to put the shrimp back in the pan. You could have put your pasta on the plate and served everybody as much shrimp as you want. So I'm just adding some grated Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna add some scallions for color along with the tomatoes. Alright, so that's it, everybody. This is the Cajun shrimp pasta. Hope you give this recipe a try, and if you do, come back and leave a post and leave a comment. Let me know how it came out. So thanks again for coming to the channel. This is Chef Karl from Cooking and Grilling with Karl. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. Also check me out on Facebook at Cooking and Grilling with Karl, and on Instagram, give me a follow at Cooking and Grilling with Karl. I definitely appreciate your support, and I'll catch you on the next video. God bless. Peace.